All right, what is going on, everybody? Hope you guys are doing fantastic today. We are at a different spot because our first spot was taken, but that's okay. But now we have like a more up close view of the lake. Today I want to talk about more into how I got my mindset, how we both got our mindset of, on the verge of becoming more entrepreneurship, growth, spirituality, everything Kabbalah, what we were talking about. I'm gonna name like the top 4 books that has helped me grow and expand throughout the years, because I never had this mindset before. Maybe when I was younger, but growing up more and now getting into it, it helped me change with a lot of things, especially depression, anxiety, stress, a lot of weight gain. It has helped me more to shift my perspective of that you could become positive and you get to claim to be happy instead of negative all the time, because it's like I said, negativity is very, very easy to catch. It's like a cold. So the top 4 books are Think and Go Rich by Napoleon Hill, The Power of the Subconscious Mind by, I think his name is Tom something, I forgot.
Napoleon Hill?
Napoleon Hill is the Think and Go Rich, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And do you remember the guy's name of Subconscious Mind?
Yeah, isn't that The Power of Your Subconscious Mind is Napoleon Hill as well?
No, it's the other guy. It starts with a T. But yeah, I gotta mention the names in the description. We have The Business of the 21st Century, and No Excuses by Brian Tracy. So those are my top 4 books that I've noticed that it helped me more, especially in mindset, excuses, business, and when it comes to finances. It has helped me expand more in my business, because we're both doing our own thing, but we're still doing things that grow us as a person. Doesn't matter regardless if it's business or not. We are both focusing on the same path, so that's all that matters. So when it comes to those books, I just noticed drastic changes in my well-being, my surroundings. Like, I've noticed more that when you get into more things like that, people start noticing how you're different, because people don't like when you remain the same. They consider you boring or the same as them. So I wanted to get out of that. I didn't want to be the 99% or following what majority of people are doing. So I wanted to be the 1%. So now I read, I study what people don't like to do, but they have to do it regardless because they're in school, they want to get their dream job. But that's not what my focus is. And regardless, you still have to study to do what you have to do. But where I'm getting at, when you read those type of books, especially from people who you want the life that they want, right? Like, why would you take advice from somebody who doesn't have the life you want, right? So when you read them, they give you guidance, they give you answers, they show you the way of actually how to become rich, how to become wealthy, how to change your ways, how to get rid of negative people around you. Because that's why majority of us are depressed, anxiety, because we're not surrounding ourselves with the right people. We're always with drama. Oh, look what happened here. Oh, look who did this person. No, all that shit, I used to go through it and I did not like it at all. And that's how I was very depressed. And people used to rely on me for advice and this and that, but it wasn't the right advice. It was either way, they didn't take it. But so exclude yourself from the drama, from the negativity, and you'll see more of a change when you start growing more. And people will start leaving you little by little. They'll start getting out of your bubble because they know that your energy is too strong for them to handle, because they're so used to negativity, especially around their peers, the work life, the job, the work life, the school life, the things that we do on a daily basis. It's like a hamster wheel. We just do what other people are doing. So when I noticed that, I'm glad that I got away from the bad things, because that's what really ruined my mindset, especially in school and my work. I couldn't handle anymore. It gave me in this low peak that I thought I couldn't get out of it, but I did. And there's no excuses for anything, because people can change. There was another video that I did. Are entrepreneurs born or are they made? And I said they're both, because when we are born, we're all entrepreneurs. But when we step into a society, it takes that away from us. It takes away our spirituality, our manifestation, our meditation, knowing that we can achieve most of these things at a young age. Have you noticed kids, their mind is so imaginative because they vibrate on a different frequency than we do. But when they get sent off into an environment, it takes that away, because they know that those kids can do anything more than adults do. So, and now that's another thing. When you're into adulthood, you have to become a made entrepreneur. You have to work, you have to study, you have to become someone you're not. Especially, you can't be comfortable, because you'd rather be uncomfortable than you could be comfortable. So I think that it's both. We are born and then we are made. So it's like, for example, it's not your fault that you're born poor, but it is your fault if you die poor. You have those options. There's no excuses in life for nothing. So I'm gonna pass it on to Angel. He's gonna talk about What was the difference? Attitude and aptitude, right?
Attitude and aptitude.
All right, go ahead.
So very well said what you're saying about the entrepreneurs, you know, if they're born or if they're made. It's very good. That's a very good way of combining both aspects. And I'd like to get into attitude and aptitude. Attitude is the overall mental state belonging with your actions as well regarding, you know, your behavior.
Right.
So attitude is something that's within us, all of us as humans, whether it's good or bad. Because attitude, if you sum up all the numbers of attitude, if you make the letters like A is 1 and then you add like the rest of the other letters, you'll get 100% when you add all those letters. So, you know, 100%. So that means how you influence yourself, or whatever environment you put yourself in. It could be for best or for worse, but that 100% is what carries you to the other next day.
Mm-hmm.
It could be both bad and good and bad, but aptitude is like our human mind, what's within us,
Mm-hmm.
what we create within ourselves, that gives us that talent, that skill,
Exactly.
that wanting to become in a level of divinity is what I sense aptitude and attitude. So aptitude's like, and also just going above,
Mm-hmm.
is what I feel for a word aptitude, since, you know, could also be altitude as well, because we're in a low altitude, you know, but we can rise up to that higher altitude as well.
Yeah, you wanted to get more into what you saw for the aura?
Yes. So like aura is like 88 inches. That's why whenever you're in an environment or anywhere else where it's going to be many people, a crowd or anywhere, you can sense that. You can sense that change, or they can feel the change as well, because aura is connected, you know, to humans.
Right.
We all have, you know, especially, and it's funny because aura now is like something modern that they use to describe something so like strange, like, oh, negative 1,000 aura, but
but they don't know the actual term for it.
Yes, that's the thing that people just see now, like regarding aura.
Mm-hmm.
But something more deeper, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I also want to ask myself this, like, what's the difference between spirit, the soul, and the aura?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like aura is an energy that just vibrates, and the soul is something that's kept personal.
Mm-hmm.
And the spirit is something you try to grow. Exactly. Is what I think. There's other ways of saying it as well.
You said another one too. There was 3. You said soul, aura, and what was the other one?
Spirit.
Spirit. Okay. What did you get for that one?
So that's what I was trying to ask myself. The difference between 3.
Mm-hmm.
The soul, the spirit, and the aura. Aura is an energy. It vibrates.
Right. Exactly.
It's a vibration. The aura is a vibration that humans have. And the spirit is something you grow,
mm-hmm.
like meditating and everything else that makes you want to ascend higher. Spirit is something that makes you ascend higher.
Right.
And the soul is what every human has,
mm-hmm.
and it's within them.
No, and it's another thing too, like how tongues are very powerful. So what you say is what becomes your reality. What you think is what becomes your reality. That's why you have to shift your perspective on the things that you want to achieve, because like I said, the creator wants to give you everything that you want, obviously. But like I said, if you're thinking in that poverty, poor, negative mindset, you'll see that's what you start to attract, especially the people, the surroundings. Little by little, it'll start sending you things that you don't want. But when you start shifting into this perspective of, like I said, positive, abundance, like this light that you want to be, when you step into a room, that people notice you out of everybody else. When you have that confidence or that certainty, that's the word, certainty, you attract where you are, act as if, you'll see little by little, the creator will start sending you things. It will start sending you things. And that's why I know it's little by me that I used to get worried. I used to have doubt of just little things. I'm like, why do we need to worry when the Creator got us? In the end, we win. And this is a technique. It's like a short saying I wanted to say. I wrote it down here in my notes. It says, so for example, for money. I like money. I love it. I use it wisely, constructively, and judiciously. Money is constantly circulating in my life. I release it with joy, and it returns to me multiplied in a wonderful way. It is good and very good. Money flows to me in avalanches of abundance. I use it for good only, and I am grateful for my good and for the riches of my mind. So when you say things like that, the Creator hears that and it sends you that. Especially when people get a certain amount of money, they're so afraid to lose it, and they try to save and save, but in the end, they end up broke again because you're so worried that you may not get it back again. So it's like, for example, what I just said for that simple technique. It could be for love, attracting your soulmate. It could be that business expanding, that you want to have a new figure, you want to speak differently, you want to walk into a room and people notice you differently. When you say things out loud, watch little by little. It's not a one-day thing. This is every day. It's 24 hours a day. The minute you wake up, manifest or meditate. The minute you go to sleep, meditate, because your mind never rests. Your subconscious mind, your body's sleeping, but your organs, your heart, your mind is still pumping the blood. So you're still awake, but your soul goes out. So that's the peak moment for you to start meditating in that type of way.
I would like to ask this to you, sister. So what's the difference between meditate and manifest?
Okay, so this is a conversation we had yesterday with my mom. So meditate is where you're one with yourself. And it's for me, it's kind of like the same, but it's not. Meditation is you sit in your room, no noise, block out everything, and don't even think about nothing. You just meditate. That's when you start becoming one with the Creator. Manifestation is when you're in that calm thing, but you visualize what you want in your life. Your mind starts thinking, for example, I want that house, I want that car, I want that specific person. That's manifestation because you're attracting your desires. So that's why I see the difference. So meditation is quiet with yourself. Manifestation is you attract your desires, and obviously you see it in your head, and that's what you attract. So that's why, what do you think? You think the same thing, or what do you have a different view on it?
No, I actually now you explain it in that form, I understand. And so manifest and meditate are two different terms.
Yes, it might sound the same, but it's just they do have different meaning to it, because you do have to be quiet in order to hear it. That's another thing, because we're so surrounded by noise, we don't even hear the Creator itself. It's just our head. It's just our mind mumbling words every single day.
Wouldn't meditate be like your mundane reaching like a higher connection as well? Yes. Like say I feel like it's a balance, like an equilibrium that people have with theirs. What would it mostly tie to? Would it tie to all three? The soul, the spirit, and the aura?
For meditation, yes, because you're going within, and manifestation is just using your mind, so you can't really hear the Creator itself because it's your mind talking. So meditate, you activate all those three things, and that's how you can hear it more. And that's what we have to practice, is being silent, like to be still and silent, because that's how you notice the Creator talking to you more, giving you ideas. And there's signs out there too, like when you're walking, you can hear the numbers or a big sign or something. Somebody tells you something that you were expected to hear today. Those are things like that, because the Creator wants to show you that you are on the right path and you're going towards something that you want, for the bigger business, the money, the clients, whatever. It wants to provide those things, but it wants to see you improve in those aspects and not always attached to things that we're going to get regardless. So always think like that you already won. So that's how I see it.
But I'd like to get into the topic. So meditate and manifest, attitude and aptitude, and then the 4 books you mentioned.
Yes, it was No Excuses, Think and Grow Rich. No Excuses, Think and Grow Rich. Oh yeah, The Business of the 21st Century, and The Power of the Subconscious Mind. So review all what we said, and you'll see little by little where we're trying to get at. So, and especially read those books. I'm telling you, it helped me grow in so many ways. And I read maybe like 80 to 100 books in the past 6 years, probably more. I can't even count because I have so many at home. But when you read things like that and audios and implement more manifestation, David Guillaume, like we were talking in our videos, and you'll start to see everything starts to become at peace. Like this water is at peace. Everything is everything is moving, everything's frequencies, every little animal has frequencies. So connect with nature more. This is why we're out here, just to be one with it. So, but that's all we had today. I'm so excited. Today was, I think this is my favorite video of all, but I feel really good, positive vibes, and we have more for you guys tomorrow, so, or the next day. But I hope you guys enjoy. We have more for you soon, okay? Have a great night.
Have a great night.